Hello and happy Easter. Yes, we made it all the way through Lent, and here we are in Easter, and we're still not face to face. But there's a message in that, and I want to share that with you this morning or this evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm going to share something with you that is actually not my own. It's something that I got off the Facebook on the internet. Oh, I know, you're going to say, oh, another one of these messages. You get them by the hundreds, another one to read or not read, something not to respond to, another chain letter style message. But this is different. This is posted in Lima, Peru, and it came to me via a friend of mine from Detroit, Michigan, who was a priest herself. So the message begins with the question that really is on our hearts and minds at Easter time. How can we believe in the resurrection? What does it mean that God is alive after death? And it's also harder this year because how can we celebrate Easter without our church and the music and the choir, the candles, the scent of the lilies, which is so powerful? Without our beloved organist, Andy, without our parish family, without the choir. And that's the beginning of this message. Who says that Christ isn't coming out this year? Christ comes to us, in fact. He's dressed in white and blue and green hospital gowns in hospitals everywhere. Who says that a Nazarene cannot be present when they, our healthcare workers, are all sacrificing and attending to the sick in emergency rooms, nursing homes, and hospitals with the kind of frantic activity that seems almost unachievable? Who says that the Jesus who fell on his way to the cross is not coming to us in the holiest of Easters? We see him in our doctors who fall tired and exhausted, like the humble Simon of Cyrene, helping each step of the way. Nurses, caregivers, janitors who work side by side without rest. Like Jesus who journeyed on a donkey, so do our heroic truck drivers. Have you thought about that? Our truck drivers who spend all night awake in order to supply our markets, our neighborhoods, our pharmacies, our shops. They are not at home taking care of their families because they are taking care of ours. And far from the cities, Jesus is bent on the furrows of the earth. He goes to sea on a boat and gets fish. He lays cables, he digs wells, he grazes the cattle. Let no one say that the Lord is not present in the streets when in empty churches priests celebrate the Holy Liturgy. Let no one say that the condemned Jesus is not rising this year. As long as there's a kindly voice invoking the one locked up and condemned 2,000 years ago, Jesus is present and alive in our lockup, in all the prisons and prisoners who also are suffering. Let no one say that the all-powerful one will not take his walk this year when so many are offering their lives in sacrifice, in service, with exhaustion, with good humor, and without fail. Christ is present. He's in the supermarkets, replenishing the shelves, or at the cash register. Jesus comes in the roar of a truck, painted in green, collects our garbage, and goes away unnoticed. So many people who have buried their own. Tens of thousands have died without those they love beside them. We must recall that Mary is there, the mother who appears with her son on her lap. And even if passing through the sepulchre or the makeshift morgue, it frightens us, that is where our strength lies because of Jesus, the one who has conquered the world and brought us all eternal life. Perhaps there will be no processions with carved images or fancy music. But now you see Christ meeting you amid life, hidden in thousands of faces, without candles, without bells. And even if there is no procession this summer, we will continue to smell the incense of the faith of our people. Love leaps over the walls. The heart does not lock up. It will be a holy Easter, more than ever true. The coronavirus has given us a brand new picture of life, love, and community. It's ironic that the name of the virus means crown. I always think of the crown of thorns. But I do not believe that God has given us this coronavirus. But I do believe that God is present to see us through it. Certainly, this crown brings new meaning to our lives, our faith, and our community. Being social has become a physical staple in the storehouse of our lives. We grab it, we need it, we've learned that without it, we're lonely and isolated. Distance, the word even, has been redefined by our experiences these weeks. Our parish family has been hurt by it, but not sickened. We are now more aware of the value with which we hold one another. And so we have also redefined Easter for ourselves. Easter is our life beyond death. It is our unity with God. It is our cherishing of one another. It is wearing this new crown that we could never have expected. It will bring us to a new life together, and that one will be full and rich with the truest meaning of Christianity in the resurrected Lord. May God bless you all. Happy resurrection. Thank you. Amen.